When is hot? Oh, there. When is highlight kids going to come and do what we do? Okay, I was just thinking about them today. So, all the whole crew. We want them to take over our jobs. All right. E.T. phone home. We are 90 seconds away from beginning, Daniela. 90 seconds. So find your coffee, find a scone, and have a seat. Yeah. If you want. You got your microphone, right? I do. Hey. Do you want to just alternate slides or how do you want this? I'll follow your lead. Following your lead as always. All right, we are 20 seconds away from starting. We're ready to get started. Everyone, get your coffee, have a seat. Hey, Jared. She's going to run it. Okay. All right, we're going to get started. We have two speakers today, so find your seats. Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you haven't already, please sign in. Take your phone. Take a picture of the QR code up here and sign in. Here, I'll do it with you.
All right.
All they ask for is your email address.
And next?
Next. Oh, yeah, you got to go next, don't you?
You got to go next.
Oh,
You got to
yeah.
put in your name for crying out loud.
And then you get the little confetti. And then next, you have bought a car.
And
Yeah. Welcome,
you
everybody.
entered a drawing.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Banks Halfrick. Over here, we have Harry Spate.
Good to be here. Great to see you guys this morning.
We have two speakers today, so we're going to have to run through this real quickly. We've signed in? Yes. Let's get moving.
Signed in for the first time.
Yeah.
Welcome to The View. If you guys haven't been here before, I think looking around the room, most of you have. Great place to hang out after hours. We got bar, food, golf, driving range. It's got everything and great views for The View.
Yes, it does. So who are our sponsors? The View, of course, is our sponsor. Coffee and Food by Minuteman. Ken Rose, where are you?
In the back, all right.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to be a sponsor, you can sponsor the scones, and you can sponsor the coffee, too, and we are always looking for sponsors. The next is Media, Mighty Manatee, and that is back in the back. Glenn, thank you so much.
We love Glenn.
We love Glenn. We could not do this without Glenn.
We wouldn't have microphones.
Yeah. Huh?
What?
No. Glenn, we are also looking for someone to take over Glenn's spot at some day. So, and also our spots too.
I'm very technical. I can do it.
You can do it?
Yes.
Perfect.
Very, very technical.
Our print is done by also Ken Rose, Minuteman Press. Thank you so much, Ken, there. Our partners.
Partners. We got all kinds of partners. The Lake Economic Area Development. We've got the South Lake Chamber, SBDC, and the Business Incubation Program. Find these people if you want to grow your business. They will help you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and at SBDC, Jose and Caesar are not here today. They
Okay.
have work to do.
For crying out loud.
Yeah. All right, so our mission is to lower the barriers of access to resources, education, and connection of all types for aspiring entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So this here is for you all. If you're an entrepreneur of under 5 years, we are looking for you. We're helping you. We are uplifting you. We are empowering you.
Exactly.
There you
It's
go.
a great place to be. The key pillars: presentations, not pitches. No one loves to pitch. Authentic connections, not networking. Run for the community, by the community, and radically and intentionally inclusive. and we are looking for speakers coming up in the next thing.
Yep.
Great.
First time here. If you're here for the first time, just raise your hand. If we have time at the end, I'll definitely introduce you. But I want to meet you, those that are new.
Welcome.
Harry and I want to meet you if you're here because we're going to connect you. We are connecting, not networking.
Exactly. That's a great point.
Pitches. We're into pitches.
If you want to present at 1 Million Cups, we need speakers for September. I think we're booked through September 3rd with Ken Rose, maybe somebody in September, but there's a process. Go through the 1 Million Cups Claremont website, sign up, and we will help you if you need help. If you don't need any help, we'll kind of let you run free.
We do. And those that are new, we are looking for speakers. So this is a chance for you to get up and talk to other entrepreneurs. And the main thing is you ask them a question. You ask them for help. So this is kind of a vulnerable kind of...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Next, the housekeeping. Please.
Housekeeping?
Yeah, you take
yeah, just clean up after. Right now, phones off if you can. We're going to cut back on the talking, and of course we're live streaming to all kinds of places, so happy to be here for that.
Right. Facebook, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are almost on LinkedIn. Not yet.
We still need followers on LinkedIn, I believe.
Yeah, we're at 99. I just checked with Glenn, and we need 150. So please like us on LinkedIn right now so that we can be streaming live too. All right.
I think we have a speaker coming up.
I think we do. Principles. Okay. Do you want to go through this?
Nah, we don't really have to.
Okay, let's
I think, this is great. We'll do this after our first speaker, Jeff.
Yes.
We got to get the show on the road.
Yes, this is a podcaster, no-brainer, political no-brainer. Jeff Ribinowski?
Ribinowitz. How do you say?
I know him as Coach Trippy, okay? So please welcome Coach Trippy up here, everyone.
All right, Jeff.
Thank you. So which one is up? So hey, everyone. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to present today. Political no-brainer is something we may be rebranding real soon. It's not just about politics. It's about open-ended, open-minded conversation. We're getting past the whole winner-takes-all philosophy and just getting into real conversation, real ways to succeed in life, real ways to accomplish the things you really want to accomplish through education. Let me go back.
Do they have a mic for you?
Do they?
The mic's on. It sounds a little low.
Is this working better?
Yeah.
This is working better. Okay. So I'm Coach Trippy. Trippy was not a name that came from crazy behavior. I was a nightclub manager for years. There was a band that I really liked, Joe Trippy and the Fantasy Band. We became friends. I told him I loved his enthusiasm. He said, I'm going to start calling you Trip. So that's how the name came about. So what's your story? Okay. So as a child, I was dyslexic. My teachers told my dad I would never learn how to read. So he took it on his own to teach me how to read. And ultimately, one of the ways he did that was by taking me to the library every Saturday. Back then, there wasn't Google. So the thing I found very interesting to read was newspapers. Old newspapers were hanging in the corner of the library. And I became sort of a current event wonk. That's how I came up with the podcast. I had run for office a couple of times to try and make a difference. Some really great books that I've read over time. Believe in people. Sometimes they say the people that are crazy enough to believe they can change the world are the ones that actually do. That was a great book. Believe in people. Believe in yourself. And do what you believe in. Phil Knight was a great story about rags to riches, something I really liked. And Rich Dad, Poor Dad was another great book about how to make money work for you, not just work for money. And that's something, I was just talking to a lady that does investment. I was telling her about a book. Blue Chips for Kids. It was a dad that was an investor, taught his child about investing, created a book with charts and really simplifies investing and really something. It says Blue Chip for Kids and every parent because it's really something that you can learn a lot from. So, and like I said, the podcast, we really get past the whole winner takes all politics, the whole winner takes all philosophy. We invite a variety of guests. We've had some great guests. One of the ones I like to talk, Banks Helfrich has been a guest numerous times. One of the most dedicated community servants I've ever known. He's run for office.
How do you get to be a guest?
So, political no-brainer at gmail.com. Email me. And we have two options. I love to, first, if you want to come on the podcast, email me. I call you on the phone. We go over it, and then we send you a Zoom link, and we do it via Zoom. We record it, and then we publish it on everything from Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all the outlets. It's out there. So definitely email me. I'm looking for guests. I always love to. Whatever you do, I want to talk to you about it. And then there's another option. It's called Trip Talks, which is actually where you could, if you don't have the time to necessarily sit with me for an hour on a Zoom, you could actually prop up your iPhone on a tripod, tell us what's on your mind, shoot me that email to the same link, shoot me that video to the same link, politicalnobrainer@gmail.com, and we would publish it on our podcast as well. It's just, we do vet it a little bit. It doesn't, you can say whatever's on your mind. I did have a guest once, and he was kind of like watching Scarface, so we didn't really publish that. So, but that's the only criteria we really have. He was a great guy, and he had a great story, but I tried telling him we got to tone it down a bit, and it never really did resonate, so I just had to abandon the whole interview. I mean, I let him go through the interview, but I didn't publish it. So, like I said, we've had some really interesting guests. We've been at this about a year. We're always growing. So Banks has been on our show. Temple Grandin, an autistic scientist. She talks about her childhood challenges. She's ultimately become an incredible professor, an incredible researcher, an animal behavior researcher. Daryl Blackall, a great guest. He runs the Orlando Workforce Academy. So that's an alternative way to get a high school degree, not a GED. They run an AB schedule, so kids that literally have to work during the day to support their family can still get their high school diploma at night. Pat Kelly and Bill Matthews sort of work hand in hand. So Bill Matthews has been on the Lake County School Board for about 15 years now. He's about to retire. Pat Kelly is running for his position. We've had them both on the show along with Daryl Blackall. It was a great chat about education. So, and then Laura Luker, the president of the Independent Center. We talk about independent candidates and independent approaches, and it's a really interesting conversation we had. One of the things we came up with was the idea that some kids may not want a loan to go to college. What they may want more than anything is a small business loan. They're ready to take over their parents' business. They're ready to make it bigger. They've got great ideas, and that may be the direction they want to go. So we just talked about making that a possible option someday, rather than getting a student college loan, possibly getting a small business loan. And then, so the other thing we're doing, and it's a work in progress. We're not ready to even soft open it. Is Kid Quacks, where we want to hear from kids, whatever their hopes and dreams are, their athletic dreams. My kids are swimmers, swim every day. I dropped one off this morning at 5:30 at the Rosen. My son wants to go to Michigan. He wants to swim for Michigan. We want to hear from kids as well. And then I had mentioned Trip Talks, which is the whole idea of you doing the video and sending it to us. But I would love to have you as a guest. It's really my primary hope is to have you on as a guest. But if you don't have time for that, Trip Talks is always an option. So some say, how did I come up with the idea? Laura Luker is a good friend and also my assistant. She's been really the one that taught me everything I know about podcasting, and she's the one that gets the word out. So I just put her in there. The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Coretta Scott King. I always think of Banks when I think of that. He's really worked hard to get out there and get elected and do the right thing. He's been a great friend. He's been a great guest. So I just wanted to thank him. And then, okay, here's my ask. So how can I attract you to share my story? And also, how can the channel gain credibility? Those are my questions. Those are the feedback. That's the feedback I would like to hear from you.
Okay. All right. Jeff, Coach Trippy, everyone. You can clap for him. So, Jeff, that mic doesn't seem to work, or you got to yell that one.
I'll just don't know.
Hey, you good? Yeah? All right. Perfect. So now's the time where we ask for help with the two issues that he has. How can I attract you to share your story on your podcast? So you're looking for people.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always looking for new guests. No, not at all.
So it can be autism is one of them.
One of them, or I was just talking to a lady that talks about personal finance, and I was like, oh my God, that's a topic we really need to hear more about.
So keep your questions and your comments concise and so we can get as many people to speak as possible. And we'll start with you.
So I'm Tina Ray, and I have kind of a triple threat. So I have Vacays by Tina Ray, which is a concierge travel business, and I can explain that more if anybody's interested. And then I have social media influencer. So if you need help with your social media, I can help you create content across all the platforms. Just really get your name out there. And then I was a financial advisor for 2 years, and I was a branch office admin for Edward Jones for a year before that. So I've got that feather in my cap. My license expired 2 years ago, and I'm looking for work. So, yeah. So my question to you is, how can I help? And I do want to be a guest.
Well, that's how you can help, is being a guest. So shoot me an email, politicalnobrainer@gmail.com. I'll call you fairly quickly back, and we'll talk on the phone, do like a pre-chat, and then we'll have you. We'll figure out an appointment, and we'll figure out a time. I'll send you a Zoom link, and we will publish that show.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Nathan.
Hi.
Whenever you're trying to get more attraction to these stories that you're actually telling, if you get the transcript of that entire story and load that onto the YouTube channel, as far as the description of the video itself, that will help with the SEO optimization for whatever the story's about. So you may get more followers, and then that may help you attract more speakers.
It's good to know. Beautiful.
And Nathan, you can do that with AI, right? Because I think we're doing it also.
Do you have a lot of senior followers, and would you welcome advice on topics for seniors and veterans?
Absolutely, I would welcome advice on that. I can't say we have a lot of senior followers. I haven't ever measured those where our followers are.
If you'd like more, I'm Amy Gaskin. Ask Amy about aging, and I also have a magazine here in Claremont for over 55 seniors.
So I would love to, if you would like, shoot me an email. I would love to have you on the show, and we could talk about all that.
Right here.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think that you're an interesting person, and I definitely listen to your podcast. Are you on social media? How active are you on social media?
So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're not on LinkedIn yet, so we are on social media. And like I said, we're on all the podcast outlets.
Do you have a Instagram? Do you do reels?
We do reels on Instagram. We just put a new one out the other day. Laura handles all that.
Yeah.
Laura Williams. As much as you might think I'm a social media guy.
Looking at you and hearing you, you're interesting to me. And just hearing your story. If I were to come across you on a reel, I would come and follow you. I think coming to organizations like this and getting your face and your name out there, you're getting people now that are interested, including myself, in coming onto your podcast. So I think you're doing good in that vein, but you may need to just get yourself out in the public more. Maybe use a PR tactic where you're attaching yourself to other companies that are successful, that are in the same vein of what you're doing, because you just need to be louder. You just kind of need to be out there speaking more or advertising yourself more. So maybe attaching yourself to a more established organization will be helpful. And reels will help too.
Yeah. So thank you.
Hi, Eric Stoltz with SKIT Solutions and recovery DC political junkie. So I saw your presentation last week, I believe, at Eustis, a lot of the stuff they caught on. Your presentation there and here was amazing. The political, the branding, and I know you got the feedback from that. The political no-brainer. It made when I saw it pop up at Eustis, it made me roll my eyes because of the politics and today's culture. So maybe consider looking for a brand change or a name change there. With the guests that you listed before, civil no-brainer. I think your audience may be looking for more civility. It sounds like that's what you're driving for your content type. It might be a better hook in. Just something to think about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was the feedback we got last week as well. And so it is, rebranding is on. Laura and I have already discussed it, that we are going to rebrand, and political won't be in the new tagline, but it's in the works.
Hi there. My name is Sarah Novoa. I'm with the local magazine. You may want to consider doing some marketing. We have a podcaster right now that's doing some marketing in the magazine. Also, I was just going to piggyback on the politics thing. Unfortunately, because of the situation that we're in right now, politics is kind of a bad word. but yeah, let me know if you need any help with branding.
Yeah, politics has become a point of contention. We have some great conversations, and once you throw politics in there, they kind of go in the wrong direction. So, yes, sir. Hi.
Maurice Sanders, seamlessly, formerly Easy Drink. I do think it's a great idea to do rebranding. One thing I find is important, though, is I noticed your email was politicalandbranding@gmail.com. It's very cost efficient, less than $15 a year to get a corporate branded email, and I think it really boosts up credibility. And I can handle that for you, not trying to do a sales pitch or anything, but I think that's very important. It'll go a long way for a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. Thank you.
Good morning, Dan James, Leadership Personal Development Solutions. I've been doing podcasts for years now, and one of the things, the feedback that I always get back is that you need to have that niche idea, and it sounds like your niche idea is actually the stories that people are telling and the stories about their life more than the actual topic, because when you're bouncing around from different topics, they like to listen to you because you're on a leadership topic or whatever, but then when you go off topic, you lose those listeners, and then it takes you another 6 months to seem to get them back again. So I would focus on, because it sounds like you're really heavily into the stories. You want people to tell their stories. I would look at that maybe as a niche. They can talk about whatever topic they want, but as long as they have good stories, I'm going to listen because I want to hear the cool stories.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Jared Taylor, Sugarloaf Partners, fundraising consultants for local nonprofits. Whether you stay with politics or it's just a generic podcast, on November 15th, I believe that's U.S. National Philanthropy Day. So that's always a topic to talk about. Whether you're talking with nonprofits, having the people that are impacted by those programs come and talk on about that. I was also doing some research locally here in Claremont. There's 400 nonprofits in Claremont, 200 plus in Mineola. So I think your question too is, how can you gain credibility? Would love to hear about the nonprofits that you personally support or are involved in. And if you don't currently, would love to hear about some plans in the future.
So just to build on that, I would love to have you on the show and talk about some of the nonprofits.
Before I give it to her, I'm going to piggyback right on the story part and on the other suggestion. So I am also having a podcast that's since 2020, and it's called From Surviving to Thriving. And I have a lot of people that I swap podcasts with, first of all. Second of all, my podcast is not editing, and it's just only live on Facebook. And I have my own niche because every month I have a theme that whatever story you bring to, that just wrap around that theme. And that's how, I do grassroots. But there is a lot of things that you can do with that, and I agree totally. The story is actually the catch, if you can do that. I think the political things immediately sort of repel me too.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, yeah, real quick, I would just step back and just say, what do I want out of this podcast? I mean, you've got a lot of Claremonters. This could be a Claremont podcast for the Claremont people. And think about, well, what is it that you really want? Do you want to be like Joe Rogan and be over everything, talk about everything? But you'd have to understand that you need to get other podcasters that have a big audience and exchange, and that they too would promote your podcast. So it's really difficult to grow, but longevity, niching down, understanding who your listener is, all of this will help.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Colin and Extra Accelerated Sales Solutions, and Harry and I always tend to be in the same train of thought. So my comment to you was I didn't quite understand what the vision or the purpose or the idea was behind your podcast. The idea is about great stories. All that stuff is hooking, but if I listen to a podcast, usually there's a general theme to it, and I couldn't even pick out a general theme
to what you were doing. I understand where you get rid of the politics thing, but it seemed to be based on education, and a lot of things seem to be focused that way. But then it seems like you're open to taking a lot of different directions. And I guess my suggestion was, similar to very much what Harry said, was what's the long term? Where are you trying to get to? What are you trying to do? And then you can start to shape that around all the stories like Lee talked about in terms of getting the hook from it. So, but that wasn't really clear in your pitch, and I think in order to get the guests that you think can get you there, you kind of need to have the long term in place in order to get to the short term.
Let's keep it quick. We have about 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes before we get this done.
So I totally forgot. I've got to say go Eagles, and I'm with the 501c3 boosters at the high school. We are doing a golf tournament, so we would love sponsors. It's $50,000 to $5,000, and obviously the more you spend, the more you get for advertisement. But it's very accessible at the $50 range, and you get to choose what sport you want to put that money towards. So you can divide it among as many as you want. But anybody that's interested in getting a sponsorship, I've got a QR code you can scan, sign up right there.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Ken, last one.
Ken Rose, Minuteman Press. Very quickly, I've been in your shoes. I had a podcast, 24 episodes. It was Tiki Hut Central. It was business, beer, and music. I had Dave Colby on. I had Chuck Gainsford on, Jackie Peterson. It seems that no matter what the topics were, our biggest issue was marketing and exposure. So my advice to you is you've got to overexpose what you do. In all honesty, it's all going to be marketing.
Hey, wait a minute, you had me on that too.
I just want to say, no matter what people say, don't steer away from the politics, because that's the big angle. As long as you're open to hearing both sides, and everything encompasses politics nowadays, and education is politics, seniors is politics, veterans is politics. There's nothing in the world that isn't wrapped around politics, so don't steer away from that, because that's going to be your niche and your hook. And I just didn't want you to start, just kind of take a hold to that. But I just want to commend you. You're going to do a great job.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Erin Faulkner with Sprinkler Repair Company. I just kind of wanted to piggyback on what Ken said as far as exposure and getting credibility. One thing I've learned since moving to Claremont-Groveland area 10 years ago is the more you're out in the community, the more credibility you're going to get. So as many events you can go to, as much chamber, anything business-wise or just a community event in general, as much as you're out there and people see you, the more they're going to buy into you and you're going to gain that credibility.
Thank you.
Last one.
All right, last one. Hey, Shirley, what are you passionate about? That's
So-
2 questions. So what are you passionate about? Maybe focus on that. And the second one, how often do you post the podcast? Are you consistent? So got to be consistently posting. Just those 2 ideas right there. What are you passionate about, and how often are you being consistent on posting it?
So we post every week. What I'm passionate about is for everyone the ability to level up. Everybody wants to succeed. So we want to hear your stories and see how you succeeded. Politics does fall into that category. What our public leaders do with our tax dollars falls into that category. So my real passion is education. My real passion is understanding education that works for everybody, because it's not necessarily working for everybody. So that's a lot of what we bring in. So that's essentially what I'm really passionate about is education.
That puts them to 10:02. If we want to go.
All right. Thank you. Jeff,
Thanks.
everyone. Jeff.
Thank you.
Coach Trippy.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, we want to
Thank
see you back in 6 months. Find out how these suggestions have made your business go forward. We're off to our next.
We have one question.
Okay. Oh yeah, we do have.
We have a question. Who's got that?
You got it.
Yeah, I do have it, but I need to read it.
Oh yeah. So.
The question is, where can you find the Political No-Brainer podcast?
There it is.
All right, this is for you, Jeff. What can we as a community do to help you, sir?
So you can find Political No-Brainer at politicalnobrainer.com. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it on all the outlets, iHeart. And the only thing you can, the big thing is just what you've done, is give me the feedback, give me the support you've been giving me, allow me to present at places like this. This has been a great opportunity. I'm very appreciative of being allowed to present. And I'm just going to keep listening to the feedback. We're going to keep tweaking the approach. So ultimately, we will have that level of success we're looking for. It won't happen overnight. and it may be a little frustrating, it may be a little heartbreaking, but we'll get there.
For you.
Welcome to the world of podcasting.
Yes.
It's a great thing to be doing. People are
thank you.
Lots of listeners out there for you.
How many podcasts are there? Like 250?
There's yes.
Trillion.
Yes, there's a lot of podcasts, but longevity, believe it or not, is what gets the ratings. So people that last, most podcasters stop within their first few episodes. So there's hundreds of millions, but when they stop, they lose out, right? So a guy like Jeff who keeps going is going to get more and more ratings.
Our second presenter, a regular here, please welcome Nathan Gauger and Blue Heron CPAs. Nathan, you are on.
So for timing, now we have...
Is mic on?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Hi, my name's Nathan Gauger. I am with Blue Heron CPAs. Let's see.
Why am I telling you?
Sorry, did not get the... What button? Oh, up there? Okay.
I thought you were saying...
Sweet, I got clicker now. Winner. No, you're good. Yeah. Here we go. So,
trying to keep it
I'm with Blue Heron CPAs. Presentation, I'm really trying to build financial confidence in Claremont. For me, my motto is communities thriving in financial literacy. And you'll see me say that all the time. It's behind my head whenever I do presentations, anything that I do. Financial confidence is extremely important to me. So a little bit about me. I am a CPA. I am a Horizon Award recipient, which is usually the top 15 people every 2 years in the CPA profession in the state of Florida. And then I was previously a digital marketing engineer, which is why you see me come up with the random marketing stuff that I say. Used to do a lot of stuff there. I've had 29 jobs in my life. And I have lived in the Villages, Ocala, Orlando, and now I currently reside in Mineola. I am from Kentucky, which is why I don't have a great presence here in this local area. So what is a CPA? This gets really confusing to a lot of people. So a CPA, we've taken 4 tests. Each test has around a 50% pass rate. It takes about 18 months on average to complete the CPA exam. You must have an accounting degree, 150 credit hours, which has now changed. One of my very important items here is I have found a lot of CPAs that do not have a CPA license. You can check that online at cpaverify.org. I'd really love you to do that because what happens is someone goes to someone that's not a CPA and then they come to me once they get the notices and they say, oh, I went to a CPA. Well, they weren't licensed. You didn't do your due diligence. The IRS doesn't care. It's on you as the taxpayer, which is really unfortunate because sometimes it's $10,000, $20,000 and it hurts. So trying to get that out of our community is a huge thing for me. What I actually do, retirement tax planning, structuring a business, you can read all of those there. Do a lot of analytical bookkeeping. So rather than just categorization with the intent of you actually monitoring how your business is truly running. So the problem that we've already kind of discussed it. We have a lot of people that come to us and maybe they didn't have the resource from day one that they should have, and so they took a bad step. And then that bad step continues for 5 to 10 years, and then the IRS catches on, and after 5 to 10 years, they get a letter. If you're a financial advisor, you probably have a client that's encountered this 5 or 6 times. If you work in this industry at all, they're usually not small letters, and it hurts because it shuts down businesses. It's why businesses close. It's why people lose their retirement. My goal and what I'm really trying to do here, and I'll give an example. We had a restaurant, was having someone that was an unlicensed individual do the bookkeeping. They ended up paying around $3,000, $4,000 for all of the accounting throughout the year. They came to us. We ended up getting them about $45,000 back through legitimate tax credits and true bookkeeping. Which was a huge ROI for them, and it cost them another $15,000. That would have continued every single year if they did not have the education that they do now. And we take a very educational viewpoint in how we're approached. I'm not saying that with the intent for you to come to me. This next slide is really what I'm trying to do here. I want to help through education. Currently, my job, I sit one-on-one with every single person that I talk to. And I teach them the topics of tax. And it's really inefficient because talking to one person every single time is really, really hard to empower the entire community towards education. So I do things like Fast Track. I do things in the community where I speak to people and I try to get the education in front of them. And I'm looking for groups where I can go and talk. I'm not going to sell them. I don't care. The vast majority of that audience is not going to be my customer. I am expensive. I am aware of that. It's just getting the right people in front of the right education so that they can maybe grow their business or grow their lifestyle into a point where they might be able to afford me in the future, or they might be able to do something great in their life and not get hit with a random letter that changes the entire trajectory of their situation. So what I'm looking for is groups of 5 or more people that are just interested in learning about a topic. Doesn't matter what it is in tax. I'm not going to do international, but there are a lot of topics that you probably want to know about, such as the new tax laws that just came in. If you have an invite to a club or a meeting, once again, an opportunity to educate. I have spoken to people for 5 hours. It was a 3-hour class that got extended to a 5-hour presentation. I'm fine with that. If people want to ask questions during it, that's a huge value add to me. Things that I've tried in the past, video content. My issue with video content is the second that I put it on the internet, it goes to everyone. I have a license that I have to protect. I have the most sued license in the United States at the moment. It's more commonly sued by insurance companies than what medical individuals are. So I can't just post content and randomly put out advice. That's why qualified advice is not easy to come by, is because we cannot post it online. It's different for every state and it's complicated. SCORE wanted me to retire prior to giving advice, which is hard because I need a job. So probably not doing that. And then local chambers, normally the members aren't necessarily our clientele. We haven't found a lot of luck with that. So whenever I say that, I prefer not to pay in order to educate a group of people. I would prefer to educate a group of people without charge. I don't know if that makes sense or that's clear, but that's really my goal in this presentation, is finding those opportunities just to solve problems that will exist in 5 years. And things that have worked, we've done SBDC seminars, and then we're also doing the Fast Track. We've done 3 or 4 Fast Tracks. And then we found a local high school club where 150 kids in high school wanted to learn the difference between a W-2 and a 1099 contractor. They loved it. The interesting thing, though, was that they started asking questions at the end of the presentation because they knew their parents were in trouble with some sort of tax situation or something was happening in their household that their parents weren't able to fix, but it was creating stress on their family. So oddly enough, I got to educate them on the difference between W-2 and 1099 for taxes, which hopefully that helps them go to college, but hopefully their parents actually got movement forward in their situation. So that's that's me. So that's all that I have. If you do have a group or opportunity to speak, would love to hear about it. And then if you're looking to network, I'm here almost every single week. Would love to talk to you here. The worst way to get in touch with me is to call me. The worst way to get in touch with me is to email me. I'm literally here every week. I want to be involved in the community. Would love to see you here with the community as well.
You are a regular here. Everyone, Nathan Gauger?
Yeah.
So you are looking for chances to speak to large groups of people, 5 or more,
yep.
Correct? About the tax code or taxes or accounting?
Could be business, could be accounting, could be how to run a restaurant. It's very vague. As the CPA exam, you have a very broad understanding of how accounting works. It doesn't really teach you tax, which is kind of interesting. CPAs aren't trained on tax, but you learn tax because most people think CPAs do taxes. Really weird world there. But I am specialized in individual retirement primarily, and then small business.
All right, so let's open it up to everyone out there. Keep it concise, and keep it about helping Nathan, all right? And we'll start with him back there. And Nathan, we have something. Oh, not that. Go ahead.
Ryan Lesby with Webway Studios. First, great presentation. I know that there's a lot of small businesses here, maybe watching online as well, and you see a lot of mistakes that small businesses just get themselves into right off of the bat. What would you say the number one mistake you see small businesses make when setting up, and how could they go about avoiding that?
So the largest mistake that we find, and I do a lot of discussions about this, is creating an S corp and not understanding the requirements of an S corp. So if you look at a room around this size, there's probably 10 S corps that are in this room that are not operating well. I would love to teach people how S corps legally are required to operate. I guess that's part of what a speaking engagement might entail. But people don't know what they don't know. And unfortunately, you don't know unless you ask questions.
Hi, Jeremy Elliott, New Beginnings. First of all, thank you for your posture of heart in terms of educating other people on the financial pieces. The literacy part is huge. And part of our downfall is our community, right? And so I've got 3 little suggestions for you. One, partner with agencies like us. Come and speak to our people. We teach that model of financial literacy, but there's also other places in Groveland, Anointed Family Services, up in Leesburg, the Samaritan Inn. They have all these different kind of nonprofits that's one of their pillars. And so you can come and link up with one of us. Also, I would say DECA, some of those groups in schools. So if you're going to reach out to some of the high schools, our local high schools would really embrace that. Okay. And you could do a after school thing and get the parents involved as well. So teaching them together. And then I also thought about, what was the third one? Neighborhoods like Kings Ridge. So we were able to go and do just a little 20-minute presentation about what we're doing, and there's a lot of little Trilogy, Kings Ridge, all of those places would welcome something like this to the table. But keep the model of educating. Right now, that's the stigma, right? It's like, yeah, you're educating, but what are you selling? So really maybe brand yourself about what is that. You can brand that and utilize a 30-second clip or 1-minute clip as to why. You sold me on it here. Your heart posture was there, so keep up the good work.
I'm truly not looking for customers out of these engagements. Once again, like I charge $800 for a tax return. There's not a lot of people that are going to be coming to me from these audiences. It's just the fact that I'm really tired of people coming to me with $20,000 issues that they could have solved just by knowing one small thing. This is my give back. I don't donate to charity. I donate to people and solve their problems through the education.
Nice. Right there.
Okay, so 2 questions. The first one is, I'd like you to come to our HOA. We have a clubhouse that I can get for free for speakers. Okay. So we are a family community, so tons of little kids, tons of people that need advice. So if you would think of something that you think would be a good pitch to them, we can work on that and get that rolling at any time. The second one is I'm actually working towards my CPA, so would you mentor or intern or something like that?
Congratulations on working towards it. It's a long journey. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer any of them. It is a long journey, though.
Yes, I'm Brad, a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and this may not sound too exciting, but really the exciting thing is the time to speak to an accountant or learn about this stuff for small business owners is actually now. Yes. Now between November 15th, November 20th, because after that, you're not going to be able to talk to a CPA until like May or June of next year. So if you have anything going on, now's the time. It may not sound so exciting, but Nathan might, or Nathan's education may help you with tens of thousands of dollars. It's crazy. Business organization is what he's talking about, one of the things right now. And so I can get you a group. You might check with bookkeepers that don't do tax planning. You might check with payroll companies. Nathan is a guy that's proactive and wants to help you ahead of time. It's not, you don't want to wait till you have a problem. You don't want to wait till, there's no more pulse. If you got some symptoms this time to get together, you could probably set up a meeting for this group right here and just do it on whenever. I don't know, whenever time you set it up, and you invite it to this group, and there'll be 12, 2 dozen folks who show up. Easy.
Yeah, I would love that.
Thank you, Brad.
I work with a whole bunch of business owners that would absolutely love for you to come into their business and do a small group. I also have a calendar section in my magazine. Anytime you do a meeting that you want to advertise, I can put you in the meeting in there. So, get with me after. I'd be happy to discuss some different options as well. It's all about working together with the community and with the businesses together. And there's many people that will help you, and the HOAs will absolutely help you. A lot of people from different communities. I don't know how far out you'll travel, but yeah, I have a lot of different options.
I go down to Tampa pretty often. I go up to Jacksonville. It's, this is my give back.
Hey, good morning, Nathan. My name is Rick. I work with Venture Employer Solutions. You and I actually do a lot of things very synergistically, and I would love to partner with you and meet up with you afterwards. The gentleman over there just mentioned payroll companies. That's what we do. We do HR and payroll.
Oh, cool.
So, there's a lot that we can do to kind of combine your knowledge and ours to consult with those small businesses and educate those small businesses. So I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I have the clientele that I need right now. It's truly trying to find those events and trying to find those opportunities to get in front of groups just to avoid issues for the future.
Okay, good morning. My name is Nicole Clear. I am a Medicare insurance broker, and I have a nonprofit that services seniors and veterans. I specifically would like to work with you. I reserved the Claremont Library, Cooper Library.
Okay.
And it can hold 100 people in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't have a topic. And I'd love to talk to seniors who are in retirement and who may need to move their money, manage their money, have a better understanding of their money.
Okay.
I'd love to invite you to that. I also think that it's important, as Brad said, there are many entrepreneurs who are unaware of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
The advice that was given to me is I should start a podcast or Facebook group that targets my market and just start giving education. Doing that in combination with partnering with individuals like us who are giving these opportunities, you can point them to the specific location. If you don't already have it going on, have a specific point where people can go to get more information from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that will also leverage your time, so you don't have to drive around to Tampa and Timbuktu to get the message out. You'll have a central location where they can go for more information,
Yep.
and eventually reach more people with that one city.
It's very difficult for me to provide the video content because I don't know who my audience is. Whenever I see you all, I know who you all are. I can talk to you all and know what your situations are so that I can approach it, and you can also ask me questions. Whenever I'm broadcasting widely, I don't know who my audience is. So someone could be in California, which has a very different world.
What about doing a topic per month? 1 month you would focus on children or kids, teenagers who need information. Next month, small businesses. 3rd month, seniors, citizens who are aging. 4th month, whatever. And you kind of have a calendar of topics. I'm just giving my suggestion.
Yeah.
And then you focus on maybe your immediate area, not so much California, Massachusetts, wherever. Focus on Florida. Focus on Central Florida. And then as your audience grows, and you don't even have to record it, do an interactive live where you're giving information, you allow them to answer questions. And I have a group that I am a part of, and they have meetings like that every day. She gives a topic, she has a calendar that she does specific topics, and then she has a Q&A, and we type in our questions, and she answers. And
Gotcha.
it's very effective.
Interesting.
I think in the beginning it was free, and now she has a subscription.
Yep.
So we pay her each month to get her to talk to us and give her advice. I do it, and I watch it every single day.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to monetize. I truly but yeah, and specifically for the premium tax credit and health insurance right now, they just removed the repayment limitation. So if you were in that category where there was a repayment limitation of $3,100 or whatever it be, you now may pay an extra $7,000 if your health insurance isn't set up properly. So talking to someone who's educated in that world, probably a good idea.
So
Hey, Nathan. Go ahead, Leah. Leah, go ahead.
No, I just want to tap on that. I think information is gold,
Mm-hmm.
right? Education, your clientele, because people don't know what they don't know. So working tandemly Nicole and I will be tag teaming, and I would love to have you as a team because also we give out information, and people do whatever the information they want to do is up to them, right?
Yep.
But they don't know what they don't know, so I wish that somebody have told me things that I didn't know before.
Sure.
So this is powerful, but go ahead.
Hey Nathan, good morning. Jared Taylor, Sugarloaf Partners, fundraising consultants for nonprofits. So a twofer for you. You were originally asking, what groups that you could go to. There's a Claremont Gardens Club. There's also the South Lake Junior Women's Club here in town. There's multiple senior care facilities in town, caregivers groups or support groups that you could talk to. Scouting America, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, merit badges are doing stuff like that. There's several Rotary clubs in town, Lions Club. So that's where you could go and talk to some people.
Okay.
I also would like to share, at least my perspective. You've said some things, and then it has on there, you're giving your time, you're giving your talent. I would get you to prayerfully consider and ponder about that last part, that last T, the treasure part. I'm sure at some point, coming from Kentucky and now living here in Mineola, there's a huge need. Yep. And I'm not telling you where to put your dollars. As an accountant, a CPA, definitely the tax code. It's not just altruistic. There is that tax implication, but there's a huge need, and whether you give $1, whether you give $100, $1,000, there is that business obligation that we have now as entrepreneurs and owners to make that investment. So just prayerfully consider that. There's great nonprofits here in the room that if you need referrals to, please come talk to us, but hope that helps.
It does. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
You ready? You sit right over there every time you come here.
Typically.
Yeah. You wait for people to come to you, right?
I am kind of an introverted individual. I am not the Banks of the.
No worries. Start wearing some of my shirts.
Yeah.
I get you out of your comfort zone, and that is you and I had to sit down and we talked, and we know that we've discussed that you want groups. Show them. You showed me at the meeting that we had, and you all out there. I'm gonna put you on the spot too. Go up to him and talk to Nathan, okay? Or go up and talk to one of the people that are here that are sitting alone, because that's about connection, right? Harry?
I would agree with you, Banks.
Yeah, so it is connection. Don, we're up to you.
Hey Nathan, Don Spivey with Ellis Entertainment Private Event DJ. Are you familiar with ministerial taxes, pastoral?
So you're referring to parsonage, you're referring to fair market value, you're referring to okay.
Yeah. Housing allowance, etc.
Sure.
I can get you in contact with some pretty strong network of churches.
Okay.
Those pastors tend to get some really bad advice on how to handle that and how to put their.
If I'm and I know that this may sound a little confident, but we have collected in my 4 years of being a tax accountant, we have found 5 returns that did not have mistakes on them, and I've probably reviewed about 2,000. There's a lot of it.
I'll get with you afterwards. I can get your contact and send you some groups.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, question right here. Yep.
What does it cost to have it reviewed? Like, since you said 5 out of 1,000, maybe all of us need to do our last year's taxes again.
So I would request that you go and talk to your person. People usually come to me whenever they know that they need something better. So keep in mind, that's a little skewed statistic. But
My
it's
person is TurboTax, so I'm probably not going to talk to them.
yeah. I would find someone. It doesn't have to be me. And I really, there is no cost for it to be reviewed. It's usually that you intend to want the help in the future. But we do charge more than the average person around here. And I know the reality is a lot of you can probably do without a CPA. You don't need a CPA to do your taxes. At the same time, to put up a tax shop, it takes a high school education for you to be up to date on your taxes in $20 to set up a tax shop. And a lot of people don't realize that. There is no education requirement. There's nothing. So just go and talk to somebody and see if you find them qualified.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you so much. And we want to ask him a question, don't we?
Yeah, I think we want to say, what can the community do for you, Nathan Gauger?
If you find opportunities where there are events where there might be 30 minutes to an hour where I can just come in and help people understand a topic, and I know driving down the topic is the difficult part. If you have a topic that people want to listen to and want to learn more about, I'm happy to talk about it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, outstanding, Nathan.
Oh, we already did that.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to introduce all of our team members. These are the people that make this happen. And how much do we get paid, Harry?
$1 million.
Yep, we get
Yes.
so much money.
No? I was misled. I was misled. Oh, okay, you do. All right.
If you are a member, if you are part of the organizing committee, just raise your hand. There's one, there's a couple back there, there's one back there, there's one there, and Harry, and I'm one too.
Yeah, exactly. Enough said.
So, we want speakers. Harry, want to talk about that for one
Yeah,
second?
absolutely. So the whole idea about speaking is, as you saw today, it's about presenting a business challenge. You don't have to be Tony Robbins to come up here and speak, so we'll help you depending on where you are and what you would like to accomplish in this, and it's all about serving. So we're happy to help. Go to the 1 Million Cups Claremont and sign up.
And I said this a few times, we want to see the speakers back, right?
Yeah, in like 6 months.
6 months.
Right, and see what you put together.
Yeah.
It's one thing to ask for help, but it's another thing to actually do the stuff, right? That's what I found in life. It's like, oh, I got to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be good, right? If we do some of the stuff, we can come back and report. That would be great for everybody.
So all those new people, I think we have a couple of minutes. Let's just say your business, your name, your business, and 3 words. We're going to keep you to 3 words, okay? All right? All the new people, because I think we have enough time. Yep. Just raise your hand. Your business, your name, and 3 words. First timers.
Okay, my business is Vacays by Tina Ray. 3 words, we're going to do live, laugh, love.
There we go. Good. That was easy. Good example. Welcome, Tina.
Hi, Eric Stoltz, SKI2 Solutions, trusted IT advisor.
Perfect. Yes.
Nice.
Good morning. Rick Tischler, Venture Employer Solutions, payroll, HR, consulting.
Nice. We have someone over here. First timers. Here's a first timer. Pink's Windows.
Yes. Good morning. My name is Shira. I'm the owner of Pink's Windows Orlando, and we clean windows.
Nice. All right.
That's a good one.
That's
to finish
3.
On. Nope. One more.
Amy Gaskin, Claremont Neighbors. I connect people.
Perfect.
Right.
You do connect people. Now, this meeting does not end now. So when we stop talking, you all connect. Where is he? Where's Nathan? Go to Nathan. He's over here today.
Get the line going.
Yeah. When are we meeting back up here?
I think next Wednesday, somewhere around 9:30 we start, right?
9:30 we'll be back here. We want to do one thing before we go, and that is take a photo, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got to mention this.
Oh, go ahead.
We have tons of training available for the new person that's starting out in business. I think it's 10 hours of training, maybe more, 10 weeks of training. August 26th through October 28th. Sign up for that. I will be speaking at one of those about sales. And I know there will be others, so feel free to hit the QR code or find it Fast Track Business Training here in Claremont.
Who here will be speaking at it? I know Nathan will be speaking at it. Harry, you'll
Jackie
be speaking.
will be speaking
Jackie
at
will
it.
speak at it. And this is a lot of money, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's actually $1 million minus $1 million.
So this
free.
is free. All you need is your time. Next thing, here we go. Let's leave the place cleaned up, like there on the left.
And I apologize, whoever picks up my coffee cup every week, thank you in advance. I got one over there, I'll probably forget.
I pick it up and drink from it, sorry. And we're going to take a photo real quickly. Linka, you want to get us started?
All right, one finger out. Smile. Yes.
This finger, everyone. Don't look like Monty on the left. Smile.
Yay! Awesome, thank you.
Right?
Thank you, everyone. Oh, quickly.
If I can say something, if you are nervous about 6 minutes presentation, we do have a guideline. We have someone to coach you, go through over the stuff. So don't worry if you have something that you want to share with the community, just submitting your name in.
All right, everyone. See you next Wednesday. Cue the music, Glenn.